Today I'm going to present the operating budget recommendation for 2011. The operating budget is the amount of money the nurse department will need for 2011, and it will base the budget on the historical data of 2008, 2009, and the projected uh, expenses for 2010. The main goal of the 2011 budget is to reduce minimum of an 8% of the expenses. The first step is to analyze the historical information of 2008 and 2009. This is it's an actual data presented by the financial department, and we can see that the, there's no big difference between these 2 years. So we can present a 2010 budget based on these numbers. The 2010 budget actually has a big difference, or because it's more than 5%, it's actually a 6% increase on the expenses and salaries and benefits. We can see that the major difference is on the salary full time. In order to do an accurate 2011 budget, analyze the 2010 projection and the actual amount of money spent in the first 6 months of 2010. So the budget of 2010 it's was presented in a simple way. It's just a 6% increase from 2009. But after the first 6 months in 2010, we can see that if we stay at the same level of full-time, part-time, and overtime, the difference between the projected 2010 and the budget of 2010 will be will have a very big difference. I mark these differences in green because they will be important in order to reduce the expenses and adjust the budget of 2011. So the budget of 2011 presented before the 2010 projected was done is an increase of 6% compared with the budget of 2010. But based on the number of projected number of 2010, we actually can do an adjustment to these numbers if all the other uh, amounts stay at the same level. When I say amounts, I refer that the same uh, people will be work at the full-time, part-time, and the overtimes, and the same amount of services will be provided by the nursing department. This is my adjusted 2011 budget, and what I propose is a reduction of the full-time employees. I think that if full-time will be replaced with overtime and part-time, the nursing department will be saved more than $98,000. First, it will be reduced the amount of salaries for full-time, it will be reduced the amount of shift differential, it will be reduced the amount of health insurance and pensions, and at the same time the travel and training will be done only for full-time so we can see a reduction in that numbers too. And this amount will be represented in the total of more than 8% of reduction of expenses and $98,000 in liquid money. Like I said before, my recommendation is the reduction of the full-time employees, but this will bring a risk. And the risk is with the HR motivation for the employees and the 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 way it will bring um, not so good for the nursing department when many of the full-time will be replaced with part-times and overtimes. I think the best is to stay with the full-time employees, but in order to reduce the expenses, this is the only way. Thank you and have a good night.